GM fam, the market is in a really bad situation. Everything is falling. Bitcoin right now is sub 100k, and this is not an ideal situation. Now, I've got a guest for you. His name is Jerry. Here you go, meet him. Jerry, tell us, where is the market going next? Please. Are we in a bull market or a bear market? No one knows. He's gone. No one actually knows where we're going, but I'm going to give you trades. I'm going to show you the charts. I'm going to give you perfect risk management style, and all you need to do is give me 8 minutes of your life, guys. Now, without wasting any time, let's go. Guys, all our focus has been on this trend line, which has been going on since January or November 2022, and now it is finally breaking down. So after 2.5 years, this trend line is actually breaking down. The price is going towards the downside, and this is what I've been talking about in the previous videos as well. Why do you need to short Bitcoin? Is because the trend right now is changing, and what I've done is I am in a short position. Look, I called it on 10th of November, which is 4 days ago. I said that my BTC short hedge position has triggered, and I'm going short right now at 106k. Now, where is the price at the moment? The price is sitting sub 100k, and since then, that was the local top at 106k. The price has gone down around 9%, and I was on 5x leverage. So I am making money while the markets are going down, and you can make money too when the markets are going down. You can actually make money by looking at the markets from both the directions, and that's what we do in this channel, right? So I'm not going to waste much time by saying that I've made a lot of money. I'm actually going to show you the trades. But before that, I'm going to show you why the markets are falling. In my opinion, the biggest reasons of markets falling right now is the equities. The Nasdaq and S&P started to fall as well. And Nasdaq and S&P started to fall because of a simple trigger, the small reason, and that was the shutdown getting over and data not being released. Now, what happens when the data is not being released? Firstly, the most important thing, the US government shutdown finally over, and the stats were blah, 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 blah. But the fourth point is very important. October jobs and inflation data may never be released. And this means that the Fed is going to fly blind, that the Fed does not have data and they don't know what to do. And everything's going to come to Powell. Trump is going to say that this is Powell's problem. Now, Powell is not doing the job correctly, but he is, so there's going to be a fight. It's frankly one of the biggest scandals in American history that the Trump administration is not releasing the inflation data for October. This is economic suicide, all because they don't want to share the truth with the American people. Not releasing unemployment figures either. So this is a scam, and which is why the markets fell. Look at this Nasdaq chart. It started its session and went down. Until now it's been going down 4%. So obviously crypto is going to go down as well, because crypto is the most risk-on thing on the planet right now. But what actually happens in the bigger picture? If you look at the bigger picture, then S&P 500 is not really S&P 500. It's actually only the few tech stocks that we're talking about here. 10 stocks account for 60% of the S&P gain this year, which is absolutely correct. You've got these NVIDIA, Microsoft, Google, Amazon, all these big tech companies who've been driving S&P, literally driving S&P. And now all these AI, tech stocks, quantum stocks have been going down. And what happens when this bubble is going to burst? When this bubble bursts, everything, literally every single thing on this planet, if it comes to risk-ons, everything is going to fall. Which is why crypto is in a lot of pressure right now. Which is why I'm saying that you have to be extremely conservative in your trading, in your investing at the moment. 10 days since Buddy went bearish on AI. Now, I'm not saying Buddy is one of the best traders, but Buddy is a big fund manager, and he's the big short, right? NVDA is down 10.5%, Planetary is down 17%. Now, this is a problem, guys. This is also a problem because if you're bullish on AI stocks right now, and if you're placing a bet on them, then you're not placing a bet on earnings, because there are no earnings. You're actually placing the bets that the estimate is going to continue to rise, and it's going to keep continuing to rise. And one day we'll approach the dot-com bubble area or point or whatever you want to call it. And it is going to, end towards a massive, massive loss for a lot of people. So you need to be scared. The issue is that if you look at the AI capex chart, then they're not actually making money, these AI companies, but their capex is increasing at a very, very fast pace. This is a problem. This is a major problem. This is a reminder as well for the people who are investing in the US equities or the risk on assets. It's been up only. It's been up only. Now, guys, I'm really not saying that everything is going to fall. All I'm saying is that be a little bit cautious because the data is not coming, and that was the trigger of markets falling. But there is a bigger bubble which is forming, and that is AI. Now, do not keep investing in these AI stocks as well. Do not invest in speculative things like that, because you're in the situation wherein the market is super scary and it can actually kill you if you're on leverage, right? Even if you're on spot, it can bleed you slowly. It can slowly bleed you to death. So you have to be extremely cautious. Now, sentiment is super bad. Sentiment right now is super bad. Fear and greed index on Bitcoin right now is sitting at extreme fear. The last time it was this situation, it was in, I believe, 2023, right? And the price went up, skyrocketed from there. If you look at the stock market fear and greed index as well, it's sitting at extreme fear. So both the markets risk on are at extreme fear right now. This should tell you a story, and this is obviously telling us a story. The bigger story is coming to crypto. Look at this. Let it load. It's not loading, but same thing. Everything right now in crypto is red. Look, a couple of green tokens, and those are the tokens that we'll be focusing on. The tokens which are actually showing relative strength to the market. Now, the tokens which are showing relative strength to the markets will continue to perform well. Not all of them, but some of them. So from now, from this part of the video, I'm going to create a nice watch list with you guys. I already have a watch list ready. You just need to copy it so that we can have trades, right? So the first token we're talking about is Ethereum. What? Really? Yes. I'm sorry, but some people ask me to talk about Ethereum. I don't want to, but I have to. Now, I already said that Bitcoin is breaking down here, and in my opinion, Bitcoin is actually coming down to this level, which is 93K. Now, if you want to open a short position on Bitcoin, it's pretty simple. You're going to just wait for this collapse. Now, what you do is you create an EMA ribbon here, right? And the EMA ribbon settings, a lot of people ask me what is the setting for EMA ribbon. You just go into inputs and you can see MA1 and 2. I use 1, 2, and 7, 8, okay? 1 is 20, 2 is 25, 7 is 50, 8 is 55. Now you can screenshot this as well and use it for your trading. Now, as soon as the EMA ribbons come down to this level, like that, and you get an underside retest, that can be a good short position to 93K, in my opinion, okay? I'm already in the short position, but yeah, when it comes to Ethereum, I don't even want to look at this trade. I don't want to trade this thing. But if the market becomes bullish right now from here, then this can act as a good double bottom on Ethereum. It can really act as a good double bottom, and then we can see what happens at this resistance, which is a nice trendline resistance too. But I don't want to be trading Ethereum at the moment. I'd rather trade Solana. I'd rather be in Solana than be in Ethereum, because I believe when the markets go up, then Solana is going to show more strength, right? But for me, Solana's price action is super clear. It's in this massive downtrend, but it's coming to a good support. Now, if you want to buy Solana, then this is a good level. In my opinion, this is a good level for spot as well, 125. Even if you're taking a trade, let it come down, and then it can move towards the upside. Why am I thinking that? Is because if I quickly open RSI, you can see how RSI is right now looking good on higher time frame. It is actually trying to create that bullish divergence, and it might be able to create this bullish divergence soon, where the price is actually falling towards the downside and RSI is at the same place or going towards the upside. So I can see bullish momentum coming soon in Solana. It's in the Ethereum chart as well. Like RSI is at the same in the Ethereum chart, but I want to be in the best tokens, and Solana is better than Ethereum in my opinion, so I want to be in that. Now, Zcash. This is the token which I've been talking about since a long time, right? This trend line is a beautiful trend line, beautiful looking trend line, and in my opinion, you should be tracking this trend line. Right now, Zcash is taking a really good support at this trend line, and it's also showing strength against the market. If you go on Banter Bubbles, you can see how Zcash is green and rest everything is red. So Zcash is a good buy. I've written this whole thesis. I've written a full thesis on Discord. If I quickly go to the channel, you can join Discord via link below in the description. But yeah, so here you go. I wrote this whole thesis on Zcash, and in my opinion, it's a good buy. I'm buying 20% here, if it comes down, I'm going to buy more. I believe that privacy narrative is going to have round 2 for sure, and which is why I'm trading this. Do you want to buy it on leverage? I would say buy. If you want to buy on leverage, you can, but low, please. 2 to 3x, that is the peak you should do. And if you're buying on leverage, then your stop loss has to be under this low. So just under this low, there has to be a stop loss, because without a stop loss, we're never trading. Also, guys, everything here is for educational purposes. Nothing is financial advice. You know the drill. And yeah, let's just keep going. So if you're buying here, make sure that you've got a nice stop loss. And in my opinion, it's just consolidating right now, showing strength against the markets, and soon it is going to move towards the upside. That is going to happen. Now, arrow. Some people want me to trade chart arrow too. Now, it's not opening. It will. Let's quickly go to arrow. I don't like the chart. Since the news came out of the merger, this thing is down only, which is why I just want to say that do not be looking at this chart. Don't focus on this chart. Don't try to catch the falling knife. Do not say that, oh, I'm going to buy this support, I'm going to buy that support. No, you shouldn't be buying this support, that support. If you want to be in trades, you be in the Bitcoin short position. If you want to be in the trades, you be in Zcash long position. If you want to be in trades, you buy Solana when it comes down to 125. As simple as that. Do not look at arrow. Yes, you can look at Hyperliquid though. Hyperliquid is one of the tokens which is actually good. Now, what am I doing on Hyperliquid is, if I go and bring the EMA ribbons, you can see how this thing is actually trying to create this head and shoulder pattern. If the head and shoulder is successful, then this thing is going to fall down to sub 30. And there I'm going to buy. But right now I want to short Hyperliquid as well. Now, how am I going to short Hyperliquid? I'm going to wait for this breakdown, retest to the EMA ribbons, which are coming down as well. And then I'm going to short Hyperliquid to sub 30 levels. This is going to be my first TP, and this is where I'm going to accumulate in my spot as well. So as I'm short, I'm making money, and then at the same time I'm accumulating because it's a good token. It's one of the best protocols, right? They're making money, they're doing buybacks, they're doing everything they can. Assistant fund is killing it on Hyperliquid. So this is my plan for Hyperliquid. Now, when it comes to pump fund, very similar situation. Look, this inverse head and shoulder head and shoulder pattern over here with left shoulder, head and right shoulder. You see the same thing on pump fund. You can see how it has a left shoulder, head and right shoulder, and as soon as it falls, I'm going to open a short position on pump fund as well with a target of 2.5 bill FTV. Now you can also again use the same strategy, which is open the EMA ribbons, which are going to come down like this, all of them, and when the price falls, this is going to act as a resistance and boom, towards the downside. So that is my plan for pump fund. Now, when it comes down to this level, which is 2.5 bill FTV, I'm going to buy pump fund. Again, they're making rev, 1 million rev per month. They're actually doing good. They're bringing new things in the system. Guys, I talked about everything. The reason why the markets are falling, which is the data not coming out. The relative strength watch list. The watch list which I'm looking for short positions. Also the AI bubble. So if you have any questions from here, put it in the comment section. But make sure that you're trading properly with risk management, and make sure that you're waiting for the trades. You do not attack the trade because you want to trade. You monitor the markets and you wait for the trade to come to you. As simple as that, guys. Now, like if you actually enjoyed the content, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you later. Bye bye.